Why are you laughing? The show, yo, how you start the episode with snick? Like, what are you doing right now?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
All right, listen, we're doing things different around these parts.
Yeah, we are.
All right, G. G. G, this is the moment of truth, dog. What's up? Are you ready?
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
G was not ready.
Oh, God. Okay.
Not
I can
ready
see this
at
is
all.
not going as planned. Okay. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Grassroots Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Be sure to hit the notification button and be notified for the latest to the greatest episodes. I'm one of the esteemed hosts, Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon, and I want to be like Nas today.
Oh, facts.
Nice.
Can of paint Nas?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you like
I like that. I like
Can
that.
of
Little
paint
Easter
Nas.
egg.
little Easter egg. I don't know that guy from a fucking can of paint.
That's pretty
get it?
clever. I get it. I get it.
You were there. You were there.
I was there.
am
He
Wilson.
wasn't there though.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Yeah, a lot to cover. I think all of us, just for our audience, we're all in a really delirious state today. We've all been working extremely hard. There's a lot happening, a lot of moving parts. So
Bear with us.
Yeah, just bear with us today.
Eid Mubarak. Sorry, I had to get that out there because today's Eid. So Eid Mubarak. Well, by the time you see it, it's gonna be.
Who's Eid Mubarak?
What's that?
Eid is a Muslim holiday.
Oh, no, I thought you
Oh.
said Eid Mubarak.
That's what I thought. I thought
Eid
you,
Mubarak.
Eid
Like
Mubarak.
happy Eid. Like
Eid Mubarak.
happy holidays.
Okay. So like Feliz Navidad.
Something like that.
Okay. That's fire.
A little
Yeah,
something.
man.
You cool? Oh, taking them off? Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm cooler.
Facts. You are.
Oh my God. All right, well, let's get into it. T-Pain had a lightsaber show brawl in the middle of New York City. For me, T-Pain can never do any wrong, honestly. He made bartender, number one. Number two, he also helped. Yeah.
With the stripper.
Yeah.
I think-
Yeah, I think he's good. He's all right.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm for it. I hope he makes a movie out of it. I will tune in. Like, he could do no wrong for me. I don't think the sound that we have right now would be here if it wasn't for T-Pain bringing in that sound. I think, can we all agree on that? Like,
What
Well-
time do you refer to?
the
talking about
sound of
auto-tune?
auto-tune.
Well, autotune was around before him, but he really helped to popularize
I'm talking about-
it.
He revolutionary.
The
He
revolutionized
made a revolution out of all of it.
This guy's using words he's never used before.
Revolutionized.
He revolutionized DDs.
Yeah.
He revolutionary.
In the middle of my sentence, I wasn't sure if it was a word, so
Oh my
I
God.
tried to recover.
Stupid idiot.
To no avail. To no avail.
Yeah,
Don't-
but the equipment for auto tuning, yeah, it's been around for a bit of
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But then he came through and just
So you just gonna
shit up.
disrespect Zap?
well, I'm not.
Come on, yes, we're gonna disrespect him for T-Pain.
We can't disrespect him. We can't disrespect Roger. But what I'm saying
I
is,
don't even know those people.
you don't know
Computer
Roger Computer Love?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know his name though.
Nope. You should, yo.
Zap and Roger Trout? Oh my God, bro. And you say you know music?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know about anyone, yo. I worry about your well-being,
I
rather.
know, I know about T-Pain.
This guy has a tattoo that says music is in my blood.
Yeah,
It's
it's not in his blood though. It's not. It's just on his skin.
He's a pioneer, if you ask me.
He's got mad music notes, but that's it. Like, all right, whatever. It's fine.
Can we do it? We should do one of those. I wish we could do it right now. We have the lightsaber go zoom, and then obviously Gianni's gonna put in the audio. It goes zoom.
Yeah, we need to do that.
G, take
We
care
need
of
to do that.
Yeah, we need to
Because
do
you know what's crazy about the whole situation? People watched it for the purpose of seeing if T-Pain got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And then we all just got bamboozled.
Yeah.
I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I don't think T-Pain's just out here fighting. So what is this?
Yeah.
And then he put out the lightsaber. I was like, oh, T-Pain is the rapper we all deserve in our life. Because I'm tired of these rappers, some of them acting like they're too cool for school. They all nerd out and geek out to video games and other stuff.
Facts.
And he's living it. Like, if you, what was it? Was it Polygon did something with him? He had like a video game segment. The best thing ever. T-Pain
Yeah.
has the funniest laugh.
On top of it, you gotta appreciate people like T-Pain, Wale, Lupe Fiasco, people that are not cool. They don't get caught up into the rapper facade, like that whole facade of, oh, you have to be a gangster and you have to do all of these things. Like they're still just big kids making amazing content, amazing music. And I think they are national treasures and should be protected.
I wonder if Ken Stars approached T-Pain or did T-Pain approach Ken Stars to do that? Because Ken Stars did that before.
I could see T-Pain doing it. Like T-Pain seems like a very witty, fun, spunky person that happens to be a musical genius. So like anytime that I've either seen him or been around him, he's always constantly joking around or always playful.
Man,
I think also what he's gone through, you kind of have to. Did you guys see that interview he did with Rob? That's so messed up.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like it was
That's
a lot.
messed up.
And you can see he was still kind of affected a little bit. Like him talking about a lot of what he'd been through and
like people like that he did stuff for, was there for, didn't come there for him. I'm like, yo, that's life.
That's life, though. It's life.
That's life.
Yeah, if he's smart, which I believe him to be, I'm sure he's made his checklist and know who's who and what's what in his life.
Mental checklist.
Yeah, and if you don't, just make the mental checklist like this. Like you can just blink and then you got it. Like that's what I do.
To be up
like
40?
anytime somebody does something stupid, I'm like, all right, I got you. I got it. No problem.
You do that in the middle of somebody talking?
Yeah, I do.
That's weird.
You just off air said you wanted to make an NBA player in the WNBA, and you're judging me right now.
He says he wants to be Joanna.
I said,
Joanna, man.
I said, would it be weird if I created myself in the WNBA 2K? How is that?
Because number one, you're nasty Nas. Number two, I feel like in some way, shape, form, or fashion, in your twisted brain, you would have some sort of basketball sex fantasy where you're dunking on women or some weird
it was definitely
shit.
sexual.
Listen.
He's doing nothing but posting them up.
Yeah, like I can see it.
He
Like,
hits the sliders
fucking
anyway.
rain.
and that's the other thing.
Getting
You
shot
make it
clock
mad
violations.
easy. Like you got to be careful about kind of like going into Nas's brain and some of his thoughts, yo. Like
That is weird. That's a lot of work, bro.
look at you, and now you're considering it. You're considering it. Look at you, he's considering it.
First of all, that's mad work. Like if you're gonna run a full game with these ladies, and then you're expected to put in tremendous work in the bedroom.
This is going too far. This is not what
Like that's a lot, man.
Okay.
You gotta get your CMOS.
But you're already playing. You're already playing.
Okay,
It's
this
called
is
a game
getting
called
awkward.
Life.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that's a lot of work if you think about it.
You trying to run full court?
Because them girls are like, they're in tip-top shape, man. Those are world-class athletes out there, or some of them.
Would you square up with Brittany?
I seen her. She has no hands.
You don't think so?
No, because she's 6'5". So
I think she could duck you.
The average woman is what, 5'3"?
Punch his fucking fedora off.
Punch them Ray-Bans right in.
The average woman is like what, 5'3", 5'4"? She's 6'5".
Yeah.
Who said nobody's throwing hands with her because they're already intimidated? So I know her hands are somewhere in the basement.
You'd be that one person that you'd end up a world star getting slid across the bar.
I will earth her.
I don't think so.
Right
I think she could take you.
Yo, Nas would
there.
definitely like punch her in her ovaries.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm
Something crazy. Something crazy.
I'm not taking that L.
Yeah, well, basically. So let me think about
Nas,
this.
he goes for weird body punches in a fight.
Yeah,
He aims for the liver before somebody's face and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Even though that's a good spot. That's a good
would
spot. You can
punch
rupture
right
liver.
in the ear. I did.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Exactly. You're not blocking that one, are you?
We need to talk about help for you at some point. That's just like at some point we have to talk about you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You're hiding behind them shades. We need you to show your face.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Wait, what?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Pause. I don't like how that sounds.
That's from Tombstone. It's
Hey,
one
I
of
don't
the
think you
most
can say that
famous.
to another man. I'll be your Huckleberry.
He's wearing the same hat that's similar to what
I'm on my
Val
Indiana
Kilmer
Jones.
wore in Tombstone. That is a famous line.
Never
you
saw-
don't even
never
know
saw that
music.
movie.
Why am I arguing with you? Never mind. Let's
Never
get
saw
back.
that movie.
Indiana Jenkins lives.
Okay. All right. We're getting back on topic here. So, T-Pain. Well, wait. He worked with Ross too, right? T-Pain has got
He's worked
records
with a lot of
with,
people.
with Ross, right?
He's been in the game for a minute.
It's been in the game.
Would y'all be mad at a Ross and T-Pain album?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna check.
That should
for
be
it.
dope.
You said you wouldn't check for it?
I think you get like 3 good songs out of that before the
Nah.
novelty wears off.
I think you could do T-Pain
I'm just
and
gonna move my
anybody.
seat away from him
I'm just
because
being
that
honest.
smoke's
Three
coming
good
that
songs out of it on like whose side? Because Rick Ross just dropped a project. Are you
Which
saying
is-
there's only 3 songs on there that you like?
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4.
What? Name your. All right, hold on. Pull up track list.
Yeah, pull up the track. list.
You're gonna try to trigger me, and I'm not trying to get there, but you're gonna trigger me.
Let's see.
Pull up the track list. Pull up the track list.
Yeah, whenever Brandon says you're gonna trigger me, he's already triggered. Low key. And he's just waiting to.
Disclaimer: I'm just waiting.
Reveal himself.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. So let's go down the list. You don't like Turnpike?
It's all right. I'm gonna be honest. Big Time was good.
Okay.
Rich Nigga Lifestyle. Born to Kill.
Okay.
Fascinated.
Still Pray.
Yeah, all right, I give you 5. Other than
So like
that.
most of the
Gold
project.
Roses.
No,
Just kidding.
it's good.
Gold Roses.
No, I could do without that. What? Oh,
Nah.
Drake is on there. I'm supposed to
Yeah,
love
no,
it.
fuck you. That's crazy. number one, that verse, that's a strong Drake verse, fam. Like, what do you in that beat? What are you talking about right now?
I'm sorry, you were saying something?
No, I gave you the finger. I flipped you off. But outside of that, I'm sitting here saying to you, what do you mean? Did you not listen to the record?
Well, let's start here. What didn't you like about the records?
I just wasn't feeling. They didn't have that.
Did it make you feel rich and
No, I like
lavish?
those 5 songs. Overall, it was a good album. Not great, not better than decent. It was a good album. It was good.
Yeah, you can't have a bank account in the negatives and listen to that music.
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Actually,
No,
like,
that makes
painful.
you. No,
Yeah,
but that music
yeah.
makes you feel like you're riding around in an exotic car, but your ass is actually in a Toyota Camry.
Oh yeah, when I'm in my car, I'm driving a Porsche or a Ferrari. But once I get out, I know what it is.
Life hits you real fast
I know
after
exactly
that
where I
project.
stand. I sell mad drugs in my car when I listen to Rick Ross. Mad drugs. I'm moving weight across state to state, and as soon as I get out, I go to my 9 to 5.
And then you
that's what
realize
I do.
all he's moving is McDonald's.
Yeah, that's it. McDonald's and whatever
that was
else.
a terrible life choice today.
Yeah.
But like you guys said, he never goes wrong with picking beats, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I give him hats off to that. However, I just thought it was a good album.
Well, do you feel like he is
Well, that's
an
a good thing.
underrated rapper? Do we feel like he's underrated? Do we even feel like he doesn't get his just due?
Yo, Ross may be one of the most underrated people in the universe next to Royce.
I mean,
me.
he consistently puts out good albums.
Fam, Ross has flawless projects.
Flawless.
Listen, deeper than rap, Port of Miami 1, like fam.
I think his main focus is his legacy, though.
Yeah.
I think if he wanted to make music for the now, like music similar to what the kids are making, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He could do that.
He could, but I think he's authentic to himself too.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Same thing with Push. Like Push, while people criticize him for talking about drugs all the time, that is his authentic lifestyle, and he does it well. I don't ever want to not hear him talk about it, even though, you want artists to evolve and all this other stuff.
You know what blows my mind though? People get upset when rappers are talking about pushing weight and everything like that, but the music business itself functions like a drug business.
100%.
That's the crazy thing.
100%. Well,
Just think about there is correlations between the business in the streets and business in corporations. We've seen that plenty of times.
well, yeah,
So-
even fuck correlation. That is a fact. Like
Yeah.
you have Hove, you have people. A lot of this is the one out. Hip hop is the one outlet for urban America, and I can't even say urban America at this point. Just for people that don't go with the norm of the 9 to 5 or whatever, and not no shade. There's nothing wrong with that. Like we all have done it, right? But like
shade.
yeah, that wasn't shade.
So-
But when you think about it, a lot of business, and I can make an argument as to why a lot of bad business is done, because you have a lot of street people coming into entertainment business. They don't know a lot of business ethics. They don't know how to really hold, professional meetings, look over documentation. Like, I can see how artists get jerked. I can see how labels get over. I can see how artists get irate, even though it's to their own, fault, because a lot of them just are uneducated or ignorant to the business. That's just the nature of music, though.
I don't even think it's just artists. It's just youth in general.
Yeah.
Like I see like esports people getting screwed over with contracts. But
Well,
that's
yeah.
because people don't even take the time to read contracts. People don't even read fine print on like toothpaste and other stuff that they use. I highly doubt that they're going to be reading any contracts, which they should, or you pay someone else to do it for you.
It's the terms and agreements from like the app.
From the app, yeah.
I'll
yeah.
accept.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, money, great. But then as you don't see, they don't see the, oh, we have you locked down for 10 years.
You just signed your life away.
You
We own
did.
everything.
You really did sign
Yeah,
your life
yeah.
away.
So Ross had some pretty choice words for Kanye on the album. pretty much expressing his disappointment.
Did you feel it? Were you hurt by it?
You can see now. Now he's triggered. He's triggered. You see what I'm saying? You see?
Were you hurt by it?
I'm not triggered.
The same way you know when I'm triggered, we all know in this room when you're triggered.
I'm not triggered.
Kanye.
I'm not
Love
triggered.
Ye?
I love Ye. I love Ross. Right? He had some pretty choice words for Ye.
Yeah.
Pretty much expressing his disappointment.
He
Right?
did.
You know, because he let
So
our
hold
people
on.
down.
I just want to quote it. So this was directed at Kanye, right? So he said, "Yo, watching Kanye interview, feel like I want to cry for every innocent brother charged with a homicide. Went from battle raps to now wearing MAGA hats. Dade County niggas mansions up in I can't read right now.
Yeah,
So
slaughtering
I
that.
can't read right now.
So in a nutshell, he pretty much expressed his
Slaughtering
disappointment towards Ye.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But most of his rap, and I love Ross's music.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Most
here.
of
This
his
is good.
rap is about drug dealing and violence towards black people, kind of, and also in the black communities.
So is your argument that Kanye is trying to do something positive while Ross is trying to bring him down?
How could you be disappointed in this man? Can't people be disappointed in you in a way?
Facts. Big facts.
Wait, disappointed in what way?
The fact that
You're
90%
glorifying-
of his music,
Yeah.
and Ross is great, love Ross. 90% of his music though is talking about moving drugs and whatever else,
Killing
and
snitches.
killing people.
If I'm playing devil's advocate, I could easily say that this is for.
Who's hurting the community more, basically,
But that's
I don't really know that Ross is hurting the community. If
Yeah.
anything, I think he's
or
cultivating.
that type of rap in general? Because I'm not going to put it all on Ross.
If that's the case, then I was gonna say, if that's the case, coupling Push. If that's the case, coupling the Locks.
Coupling a lot.
Coupling Davies. Couple in.
98%
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
Those
So
saying.
how could
rappers.
anybody be mad at Ye?
Well, the difference is, again, I think that, not saying it's right, because you do have a point. I think that drug use, drug distribution, and the drug business is a business for music and musicians. It is a business.
Absolutely.
That is equivalent to.
But
It's equivalent to.
It's
when
also-
you're a kid growing up and looking at TV, basketball, and wanting to do that.
But it's also glorification of issues that are immediately affecting the black community.
100%.
Drugs,
Yeah, 100%.
violence.
But I think, all right, so which one affects more, though? If we were going to have the conversation, right? Which one of these situations impacts us more? The talk of drug use and
glorification.
and glorification of past indiscretions with illegal substances distribution,
In the present day.
or present day racial turmoil with a very, very big prominent person
I would say,
leading the charge. I would say.
I would say Kanye wearing a red hat, it has less impact on the black community than rappers rapping about violence and drugs.
No.
No, I have to agree with Wilson on that.
No.
No, so
No.
part of me. Okay, so
I'm not mad
You ever
at
see
it.
somebody get locked? A nigga get locked up for wearing a MAGA hat?
I'm not saying that
I've
the
seen
drugs
someone
don't.
get slid for wearing a MAGA hat, though.
A dude just went down.
I'm
to
not saying it's right.
A guy just went down to Texas and killed people because of the racist campaign undertone that hat represented.
Yeah.
But that's one guy. Let's take a look at
That's
Chicago.
not one guy. That's just
There was what about the guy who also drove his car through the protest? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
even if we put the mass murders, let's say, on the MAGA hat.
no,
Still doesn't equal-
I'm not saying that drugs and that stuff doesn't affect, but also like let's not sit here and say that hat does not represent something that's affecting all of us right now. It
Yeah.
does at this point.
And that, we're not talking
Like, we
black,
can't-
white. We talking
we're
in
saying
general as
everyone.
a people.
So,
this is
that's
a
why
problem.
I'm like,
Cool. So let's say you have a kid, right? Would you rather your kid listen to, and I love these rappers, Rick Ross, Pusha T. Would you rather them listen to that, or would you rather them listen to Kanye, or not listen to Kanye because Kanye wore a MAGA hat?
they
Which
can
one?
listen to whatever because
can
that's the
listen,
same
yeah.
thing as saying, oh, I'm not gonna have my kid play a violent video game because he's going to be violent.
I think rap's a little
Like
different than a violent video
music.
game,
This is the thing. Rap
a little
is
more influential.
Rap is storytelling. A lot of these people are gonna rap about stuff that they did,
Or
it doesn't
didn't do.
necessarily mean or didn't do. Some of them do. They rap about it. They don't do.
Some of them ain't real.
Yeah, but
So-
you could play GTA. You're not gonna walk out the house and want to play GTA in real life.
But
I
also,
think-
But when you watch a rapper on TV and he's moving drugs, committing violence. Hold on. Kids do leave the house wanting to be like these rappers.
This is true.
So, okay, so then who are the kids that are mostly at these concerts and shows?
No, those are white kids.
Exactly.
But the white kids aren't. But hold on, but the white kids are in different communities though. So
It doesn't matter.
What are you
it
talking
does.
about?
Why does that matter?
It's not the right setting for them to act it out. Black kids.
What are you talking about? They can go and
hold
act
on.
it out.
Black
What are you
kids.
talking
Black
about?
kids are in black communities, which tend to be a little bit more hood.
What are you talking about? They act it out. They act it out in,
they
in
act it
different
out amongst
forms. In
themselves.
Wall Street, they act it out. They do it in business setting
hold
forms.
on, man, let me interject. I think and Wilson can stop me if I'm wrong. In the hip hop community, we have this tendency to want to live out the lyrics, rap about what you really do. So if you have that undertone, and cats are like, you're not really living that street life, you're not really gang banging. I can't just start rapping about gangs and gang culture and all that stuff because no, that's not my pedigree. Rock music is different because it's a music about rebelling. I'm writing a song talking about rebelling. You can't do that in hip hop. You have to live the lyrics, so quote unquote.
And basically, my main point is, I don't think that you could rap about doing all of that and then look at somebody else and be like, oh, you're letting down our people. Like, that's not fair.
That's not true.
Because I love the drug rap and I also love the violence. I love that shit.
I know you're playing devil's advocate. I get what you're saying. And I agree with your devil's advocate, but I'm just saying present day. I'm going off of only present day. I think that MAGA hat is way more impactful than dope raps.
In the black community?
Yes. That is the impact of Kanye wearing such a hat that represents so much evil behind it and represents not caring about human beings. Forget black, white, anything. I'm talking about what that whole movement represents is something different. And because of that, when you have someone that's within our culture that most people idolize or look up to or look to be the anchor against something like that, but then aligns with it. Yeah, no, that's hurtful. That's impactful. Why do you think all of these celebrities came out and said, "Yo, Kanye, something is wrong. Yo, fam, you're my friend, but that is wrong." Like a lot of people, they didn't just come out just because it was a trend of, "Hey, let's kill Kanye." It was no, you don't know how you're affecting a very, very important community that you're a part of.
But these are the same rappers rapping about doing lean.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Let's also keep in mind that hip hop is
but
not. There's so many hip hop acts that do not rap about drugs and all of that stuff. Yeah. We also need to make that very clear because that's the constant perception that others have about hip hop and try to discredit hip hop because of that.
Yeah.
Let's make that very clear.
I mean, I would even argue that the MAGA hat, Kanye wearing it really didn't have any impact because Kanye's a trendsetter. Kanye does something, everybody does it. I'm one of those fucking people.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you wore a MAGA hat.
Proudly. You ain't never seen me in
Did
a
you wear
MAGA
a MAGA hat?
Never.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
If it had Kanye,
So why would you not do it, though?
But here was my point.
No, this is my point. Why would you not? If there's no harm in wearing the MAGA hat, then why haven't you worn the MAGA hat?
You got him now, E.
No.
She got you.
I don't wear the MAGA hat because I don't, look up to Donald Trump in any kind of way.
But you look up to Kanye, who wears the hat.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
a trendsetter. So if Kanye does it, why aren't you wearing it?
And I also defend Kanye's right to wear it and his reason for wearing it. Makes sense. He's not talking about the man's politics. He's just saying this guy wasn't supposed to be president. Everybody told him he can't do it, and he fucking did it. That's inspirational.
So why don't you like Donald Trump?
It's Donald Trump.
But I want to hear exactly why you're not like Donald Trump.
Hold on.
I'm trying to get you to the point to say, like, if you yourself cannot wear the hat, that is telling. If you can't wear the hat, that's telling.
Look, I don't
Especially
like
because
Donald
you
Trump.
listen to the dope raps too.
Look, I don't like Donald Trump for all the obvious reasons. He's racist. He's unqualified for the position and everything.
Wait, say the first thing, please.
He's racist.
Okay, so if he's a representation of the hat, then what does the hat represent?
The hat.
Bars.
I mean,
I'm out.
I'm not here to argue about the hat.
But no, it's bigger than the hat. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
The fact that Kanye wears the hat and what the hat represents, we get the stance. Let's keep it on the table. We get on the surface. We get it, yo.
Now we're talking about the black community.
No, I'm just saying in the community in general. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going just on black. There's white folks that we all know that say, yo, we don't fuck with Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is a universal problem.
But we're talking about Ross talking about his disappointment in Ye.
I know, but what I'm saying is that's why, again, you can just attach Ross to the list of people that have gone on record to say, yo, you wearing that hat hurts us more than you know. It's bigger than dope raps. Like dope raps, and I mean dope as in cocaine moving weight raps, not dope raps like the records are good. When you do stuff like that, you kind of do factor in, especially at I guess in our age demographic, you kind of know who's who and what's what, and you also can distinguish, content, lyrical wordplay, songwriting ability versus a real issue. The real issue, not saying opioid, not saying any of these things are not real issues, but the real issue presently at hand that is plaguing the entire world is that hat, that administration, and what it represents.
So let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me get this one in. Let me get this one in. I got some bars. Hold on. Let me get this one in. Would you rather your kid move drugs and carry a gun or wear a MAGA hat?
That's not even that's an unrealistic even expectation. I don't want him to do either one of them.
You gotta pick one.
No, I don't have to.
Which one's less harmful?
You're not gonna pigeonhole me. I'm not picking one of anything because that doesn't even make sense.
No,
It does make sense.
That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense.
Those are not similar core.
Yeah.
Hold on, you almost got me throwing.
So would you rather your kid be a Republican or sell drugs and carry a gun?
What the fuck?
What are you
Are you
talking
serious?
What is he
about?
talking about right now?
Why is being a Republican and I
No,
know,
'cause we're talking
I know
about the
all
MAGA
haters
hat.
out there who say regular Nas is a conservative, he's a Republican.
You're definitely conservative.
He's wearing a MAGA hat under the fedora.
Concerning his nastiness.
MAGA hat fedora.
That's funny.
Yo, Nas is conserving his
First of all,
nastiness.
but let me get when you were talking about lyrics, I'm gonna get to that real quick.
Okay, so you guys attacked him. Me pause. All right, come on, I'm with it.
When you were talking about lyrics, if it's just lyrics and it's just on paper, Ross should have never apologized for the verse he said on "You Ain't Even Know It" when I slipped her a Molly and took her home and enjoyed it, and she ain't even know it. 'Cause they definitely made him apologize for saying it.
That's the difference. Thank you. You're going to win this argument for me.
Why?
The difference is when it was brought to his attention that he said some off the wall shit, he took it back and made comments and said, "Yo, it was just raps. It was just raps. My bad." Did Kanye
Hold
do
on,
it?
if it was just if it was
answer
just
my
rap,
question. You and that
if it
hat
was
answer my
just
question.
raps,
Did
they
Kanye
should
do
have
that?
never made
Hold
him
on. We're not
apologize.
going to compare the MAGA hat to date rape. They are kind of synonymous.
Yes, they are. What are you talking about
But
right now?
We're not going to compare the two.
Yes,
Hey,
they're
hold
very
on.
synonymous. Let's not act like
hold
there
on.
aren't allegations floating around. Let's not act like that's not an issue happening. So my point is, yeah, Ross did say some things about having women as assistants and couldn't do it because he felt like it was a conflict of interest. And yeah, he did make the comment about Molly, but he also did go on record and say, "Yo, my bad. Like I wasn't trying to offend anybody."
But you just said it's with rap, it's all about lyrics and nobody's emulating.
No, what I said was it is about that. That is the basis. That's why I said on the surface, that's what it's about. That's not what I said the underlining point is. That's why active listening. I said on the surface, on the surface,
grade, right? Like I'm in second
on the
grade.
on the surface, that is what artists, think about it. Anytime when you go out, and this goes for anybody, when you go out, if a certain song comes on, you turn into that artist, yes or no? In the bathroom, in the shower, on the way to the club, in your cars, in
That's
your
true.
office.
Yeah, it's songs in general. I put on No Scrubs
So-
TLC, and I'm like, I don't want no
Shitting on
scrubs.
dudes.
Yeah, you can't you don't want any scrubs after Beyonce already said, "Can you pay my bills?" After I pay for everything, now your ass don't need a scrub.
Nas
right?
is hurt.
First of all,
You don't want a scrub.
first of all,
Now I'm broke after I
Nas
paid
is
First of all-
triggered. This went left.
I've been independent. I pay for my own.
Not you
shit.
specifically.
Talk your shit.
So listen. Take them
And-
shades off so we can see
No,
your
you
true
don't need-
self.
And to go back to Wilson's thing, with
I'm
African
just gonna call your
Americans,
wife. That's all I need to do.
African Americans have been voting democratically since what 1965 in the mid 60s. That's when we made
It's mid 60s, right?
since we switched over to Democrat. Prior to that,
Hold on,
we
look
had
that up. I want to. Yeah, okay.
1968.
See?
Prior to that,
That's Bam. Shout out to Bam.
prior to that, we had what? Black Wall Street was popping.
Mm-hmm.
We had our own businesses. We were flourishing. We had more people in the House of Representatives, more senators.
Mm-hmm.
We had more representation. Then when you go after 1968, when we need this dependency on the U.S. government, now we need government assistance. We need everybody to fight for us. It's a bunch of bullshit to me. I'm a registered independent.
So here's my thing, right? the same way as I sit here and listen to you guys talk about Kanye and the hat, right? I can also go on record and vouch for the fact that Ross is the same person that empowers not only black people, but just minorities in general to open up their own businesses, to go and reinvest in themselves. Hence why he brought Meek in. Hence why he has all of these people underneath him, investing in themselves. His greater message is, yes, I've sold drugs, but yo, there's a bigger life. I don't think that you're taking that into consideration.
But you also have to give Kanye that same exact credit.
I'm not saying I'm not taking that away from Kanye.
Okay.
I'm not discrediting Kanye.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We just had to come in when you were talking about the MAGA hat. We had to stop that real quick.
Yeah, like rest assured,
Stop that.
I know what Kanye's bigger message is now, especially after all of the Letterman interviews, and I get it. Hey, Trump was a huge influence in your life growing up, and he was for everyone. He was. That's a fact.
Like Miller had a song called Donald Trump.
Yes, like everyone, including me, looking at that lifestyle, you see this guy walking around with all these hotels, and everyone from your favorite artist look up to him. Naturally, there's going to be some sort of interest there. But as you get older and you start to see a person's politics, and meaning like how they operate, yeah, things change a little bit. And yeah, I don't know why that is still a draw point outside of him making it into the office. And, you know, that was a feat in itself. That's great. We give kudos.
Yeah,
where
well, he
kudos
said
is
that's
due.
where his adoration lies. He never said
And
that.
I understand that. But for me, that's where the buck stops. Because now you got to look at a person's ideologies. Like now I have to really look at why is it that this guy, knowing all that you know about him, down to your significant other not really feeling him, why is it that is something that you chose to take the stance on? Like, there's so many other things. Why didn't you start with prison reform? Why didn't you start with drug rehabilitation? Why didn't you start in that field? If you're really trying to sway the masses, that's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not. I love Kanye. Kanye is one of my favorite artists. He will. Do I get mad at him sometimes? Of course, because I don't like the dumb shit. I'm not for the dumb shit. Especially because as creators, it affects us. It affects us more than a lot of people know. It's a problem. But I don't know if you can hold a candle to dope rap, Rick Ross, Push, and all these other people to the real impact of what MAGA represents present day and how it's affecting the world. I don't think you can.
Just shows you how powerful Kanye is.
I don't know. I mean, I was more so talking about the black community. But
Oh, you know who really affects the black community more than rappers? The pharmaceutical companies.
Pharmaceuticals. Oh, yeah.
They're the biggest weight pushers.
Man, listen.
I don't know. I think one day we should have a conversation about black people and the blind spots that we have for our own culture.
Oh, well, I mean, if we...
How we overlook certain things and all?
Yeah,
100%.
Because don't get me. I'm one of those people. But I for damn sure that
But
music, the music is a little toxic.
But also think about
Music
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
But
All
think about
culture
it. There's
is,
so many different things that we are trying to deal with. It's kind of this point, like, okay, which one are we going to focus on
Gotta
first?
pick the battles.
We have
Gotta
to pick
pick your
which ones
battles.
we're
Yeah.
going to focus on first, because there's a lot of there's certain obstacles and things that are set up to make our lives more difficult.
Yeah.
Everything from even like bank loans and mortgages and stuff like that. Like, so it's just at this point, it's like, damn, this is all, we have so much crap going on. Which one are we going to focus on the most right now?
It's literally like being at work dealing with your boss that you hate, right? You know that you can't walk into your office and say, hey, fuck you, man. This is my last day. And even when your boss calls, you be like, yo, I fucking can't stand this. Hey, how's it going there? Listen, I have all the work done. Like, you change because you know that's not the right time. You know that that's not the right setting. And you know that you're not in the position to even talk crazy. So, again, there's a time and a place for certain things. I think that that was just bad timing. I get the moral compass of it. It's just not the right product to be marketed. It's just not the right. And same goes for Ross, too. I mean, at some point, I would like Ross to get into more of the 444 Hove-esque type of bar rap where it's more around development. Like, it's more about giving back to your community. Mm-hmm. And I think Ross has done, I think he's already kind of started to do stuff like that in his creative, I don't know, direction. But I just think that there's just a difference there. But I wanted to touch on what you said, E.
What?
Talk to me a little bit about what you said about Ross being underrated, because I think I've been saying that for the longest time. I think he's one of the top, I'll put him as top 10 people that select the best production ever.
Speaking
and I'll
of
argue
that, was he on that, okay, that viral list? Was he on that list?
Let me check. Let me check.
Top 50, no.
He was on that
Well,
list.
there was a lot of people that weren't
I
on
saw
that
a lot
list.
of different lists. I saw one list where they had
Listen, I saw some people. I'm like, yo, Rhapsody can rap better than
they
that
had
person.
Melly. They had,
I was like, where is she on this
no
list?
disrespect to the forefathers, but they had Melly Mel above. Who did they? I think Vlad had Melly Mel above KRS.
Oh no, I did not even bother to look at his. I'm talking
Well,
about the
hold on.
one
Yeah,
that
I'm
went.
not- I'm not-
No, the one that went originally viral.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one that matters, not that one.
Yeah,
We're not
no,
doing
I don't care about that one.
People had a bunch of lists.
He made 40
Made 47.
out of 50.
Out of 50?
Who?
Let me see this original list.
Wait,
again.
we gotta go through this list.
All right, so hold on.
Let's do something interesting. Let's the top 50 greatest urban porn star. Let me stop.
Wow.
All right,
The
so,
fact that he knows 50 right
So-
up top,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
here's my
Can
only
I-
thing,
I can
even
name like
with this
20.
list, right? I could see how someone puts Ross at 47. Only just because of the fact of while his albums are really, really good bodies of work, they don't perform well in market. Like, he doesn't go gold. He doesn't really sell much, but his brand itself is a selling and winning brand. So naturally, when a Ross project drops, for people that know hip hop, it's like, yo, all right, it's go time. It's time to
Yeah.
move some weight in my car. But outside of that, you don't, at least for me, and just seeing how releases go, I don't ever look for Ross to sell crazy. I look for him to make an impact. I look for him to sway the conversation, like how the conversation is being swayed right now with Pusha T and the verse being removed, the MAGA hat conversation with Kanye. Like, you look for him to have those great moments. I think when we take a look back at Ross's whole entire discography, I think that people will go back and be like, fam, we missed this one.
Also, I feel like when it comes to music, there's so much music out that I feel like there's some projects that kind of went under the radar that people don't really talk about. Like, I just the other day, I mean, this is not some hip hop shit, but I listened to Jeremiah and
Ty Dolla
Sign's
Fire,
project.
fire.
That is fire.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
And I realized, like, people like maybe I just wasn't on social media when it happened, but I didn't really see too many people like really talking about
The
it.
problem with that album was that was really a marketing and distribution issue. The problem is when those records came out, I think it was 2 records that came out in the summertime. They should have been heating up. They released that album in the fall. That's not a fall album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not listening to.
Yeah, I agree.
Drop
that's
Drop
Arrested.
Top
That's
in
a
the
summer
rain.
joint, yeah.
In while it's snowing out. I'm mad. I want to listen
Yeah.
to fucking Let It Snow and Boyz
It's like,
II
I'm
Men
not trying to be
sad.
surrounded by, what do they say? Surrounded by quote unquote bad bitches in the fall. No, in the summertime.
Yeah, like, so that's what it was. I think if you take that Ty Dolla Sign album and Jeremiah album, which I think is a fucking amazing
good
body of
project. I
work,
like it.
and release it in the summer or re-release it with like maybe 4 bonus joints, I think that album goes.
Yeah.
I think that album
I agree.
goes.
Yeah.
Because that is a summertime album if I've ever heard it in my life, kid.
Nas, you heard that album?
Heather Hunter.
Oh.
Oh my God, he's
Wait,
on his
what's-
list,
okay.
the porn star list.
Oh, he has
What is
a list.
happening right now?
Monica Santiago.
Wait, what is happening right now?
Darlene.
He's doing the urban
They know.
porn star.
What is he talking? What is he talking? Fam,
Darlene?
what is it? What is happening
Darlene.
right now?
Okay.
Oh, my fault.
Yo, you are a sick man. You are sick, fam. We're talking about rap, and you create a porn list?
I'm not the only one. Trust me, there are people out there. I'm not the only one.
I think Nas should
So
give
who
like recommend a porn every week.
No.
Yo.
No,
Porn of the week.
no, because we need to
From
get
Nasty
no.
Nas.
We gotta get checks for that.
Yeah, we need checks for that. Yeah, I'm not
All
putting
right,
shit.
so based off of that list, right? Who do you think was too high, and who do you think was too low?
I think the whole list is crazy.
I mean, yeah, but
Joe was definitely too high. That's an obvious, right? But even still,
They're
I was
fighting.
gonna say, can you text that?
even still, like, he deserves to be on the list. Call it bias, whatever. He deserves to be on the list. I think that there's a few people on that list that were not on the list. That's a problem for me.
Well, if it's just about bars, is he too high? I don't think so.
Well, whoever made this list, they never specified. But of course,
I think it was just bars though.
but we don't know, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you measure?
Well, if they
people
put
being
Joe
on
up
the list?
there, it's
Like,
got to be bars.
Yeah, it's bars. If it's
I can't say that though, because it could be impact as well. It could be impact.
Okay.
Like, if you think
Like
underground
what he's doing for the culture now and
across
total.
the board, and that's
Joe-
when I think about lists. When I think about lists, I do think about lyricism. I don't really get caught up into the numbers that much, only just because people, numbers can be fluffed. Record labels buy records.
Yeah.
They buy ads. They do funny shit with numbers.
Hey kids on TikTok.
Yeah, like they do a lot of sneaky shit to fluctuate the numbers. So I don't really get caught up into that. I look at impact. I look at your survival rate. Like if we talking battle rap and we talking like battle tested, who better than him? You know what I'm saying?
I can't count that list, man. They don't have Joel T's. They don't have Royce the 5'9" on that list.
Royce is on there.
Royce is on there, but Royce was Royce was low, and again, that's disrespect.
We going by bars?
That's disrespect. Again, Royce is also, and call it bias. Royce is in my top 10 of people that have impeccable ears.
He's not on this list. He's not on
Royce
this
ain't
list.
on the list.
Thank you. Again,
No.
regular Nas.
Wait, which list?
That's what
Is
I'm
that the
saying.
list where Joe's number 3?
I saw
Yeah, the one
a
where
list.
Joe's
He's on there.
He's on there.
Low-key.
I
I'm
saw
looking
Right.
at it right now.
He's kind of deep.
Yeah, he's deep in the list. I saw Royce on it. He was low.
He's not in
he
the
was
50.
low on the list.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
looking,
Low-key,
I'm looking at it
Nas
right
is
now.
right.
I do not see him.
Oh, what do you
Royce
know?
is 21.
Let me see.
Take them fucking Ray-Bans off.
They didn't put the 5'9". They just put
You gotta put the 5'9". You gotta put. I
God,
apologize.
I was like,
Nas can't see
wait. I
shit.
was like, I don't see him.
Shit. Take that fucking Stetson off and them goddamn glasses. Take the goddamn glasses off.
And the MAGA hat.
I have no damn MAGA hat.
But yeah, I guess it really determines on what puts your favorite artist or act in that top. Like for me, again, I'm thinking overall. I'm thinking long term. I'm not thinking one hit wonders, because if that's the case, I can put Chingy in there. I can put
Did you just say Chingy?
huh? I can put Chingy in there. Chingy had hit records. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you saying if he had hits?
No, he's saying if you're going off if you're going off a
Chingy?
hit record.
Yes.
Oh,
He
okay,
had 2,
okay.
right?
You know how hard it.
Right?
Yeah, but guess what? How many you have, Nas?
Yeah, you know how hard it is to get. You know how hard it is to get one.
We all do not have any hit songs.
And that's the thing that's funny, yo.
we are not on that list.
You got people. We have to change the narrative.
So we're gonna
of-
put Sir Mix-a-Lot there?
Yes, that's you know how hard it is to get a hit record. Sir Mix-a-Lot is a timeless record. You will forever hear that record.
that's
you know how
honestly
hard it
good.
is to do that? I think it's so disrespectful when people say, "Oh, that's a one-hit wonder." All right, what the fuck do you got?
Guess what? I'll take that one hit wonder record that's giving me checks for decades
For
on
the rest of
decades
your
on
life.
decades.
Like,
I'll
think
take
about
that.
it. Chameleonaire is another perfect example of
The
it.
Posse's
Like,
on Broadway.
listen, y'all can talk that shit. I would
don't know
be
about- See, you
a
don't even know that
one-hit
Sir
wonder.
Mix-a-Lot
Air
record.
quotes. I would be a one-hit wonder.
You don't even know that.
I would be one.
You didn't even know that record.
Well, never heard
It's
that.
the Man You Love to Hate. You don't know that record.
Yeah.
You don't know that shit. Motherfuckers out here. We need to drop 50. You don't know it. Fucking dicks. I'm sorry.
What
You
are
are-
you on?
yeah, what's
Take the
happening?
shades
What's-
off. Let me
It's
check
like-
your
it's the
pupils.
shades. He changes his whole entire personality.
It's that MAGA hat. Ever since he bought that MAGA hat, you've been
Yo,
different.
stop saying that.
You've been
It's like-
different.
Stop
You've been
saying
different.
that, bro.
Take off the hat.
I don't have a MAGA hat. I never
That's a
purchased
beautiful
a
hat.
What?
That's a beautiful hat.
Because it's a MAGA hat, of course. You're
That's
gonna
definitely,
I think
that's
he got
definitely
like
a fuckboy
He got
hat.
like a bunny rabbit or something up
It's a
under
what?
it.
That's a fuckboy hat.
Absolutely not.
That's definitely a fuckboy hat.
Absolutely not.
Listen, man. I
A
don't
dude
know.
who walks around with a fedora. Yeah.
If it was
So-
a little
so-
smaller, like one of those small fedoras, yeah, you're a fuckboy.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all, what yeah.
Not that one though.
Yeah, if your fedora doesn't come down past like the hairline area and it just sits on top, that's definitely some fuckboy shit. And I almost thought I saw you with one, but it's fine.
Almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades, children.
How long have you practiced that
You
line?
either did it or you didn't. Ain't that right, G?
Well, some people like
I don't know. Pregnancies are almost too.
No, either you're
Yeah.
pregnant or you're not pregnant.
No,
You're
because
almost
if the
pregnant.
thing shows positive and then later shows negative and it was a false positive, then yeah, that
So
was
you're not
almost.
pregnant.
That was almost.
It's almost close.
That was almost.
Close.
You're,
No.
you're telling me that you looked at it and you're like, oh, yep, there's still a 50-50 chance I'm not. I would look
Yeah,
at it and
if
be
that-
like, oh,
if that
shit,
happens-
Pregnant or you're not.
I am.
If that happens, are you still going to the doctor or you just letting it rock?
yeah, no, so when you get pregnant, tell me
When
how
I
that
get
goes.
pregnant, I don't get. Who I let that basketball player is?
I don't know what you're into in your world. I don't know.
I can't get pregnant.
Okay, all right.
I kind of hate it when chicks say we're pregnant.
Whoa, wait, that's you gotta ask him. Well, what are we gonna do about it?
Or when they say, oh, she's pregnant for him. Stop it.
Wait, who said that?
who said
Who
that?
ever
Stop it.
said
Yo, who are
that?
you hanging around? Who says that?
Pregnant?
Girls say
What?
that. Girls say
She's
that.
pregnant for him.
I've
I've
never
never
heard
heard
say
that.
that.
I've never
She's
heard that.
pregnant for?
That's
I've
what
never
girls say.
heard a woman
I have
say
never
that.
heard
They
that.
go,
I've
oh,
never-
such and such is pregnant for. Yeah.
I've never heard
That's
that.
the
Aren't you
thing.
pregnant by? because men can't get pregnant at all. So how can you be pregnant for him?
Girls just trying to put some of that shit on us.
All right, Liz. We're diverting.
You guys
I
gotta
have a
ask
question, though. I do have a question.
What are we gonna do about that?
Yeah, no.
Well, no, you gotta say, what are you gonna do about that?
No, you gotta
I've asked that question.
You gotta say I don't speak
Excuse
French.
me?
What are you gonna do about that?
What does Ross have to do to get in everyone's good graces to be regarded the same way we hold him to such a high standard? Like, what does he have to do for the public to really see that Ross is so important to not only just the industry, but just the culture of music?
Just keep doing. He's consistent. Like, there's nothing more he can do. The dude owns 17,000 Wingstops.
Yeah.
Like, dog, you're an entrepreneur. You show by example. You
Yeah.
lead by example, matter of fact.
He's a beast.
He's consistent. Like, again, it's good music for me. Other people may disagree, but it's consistently good music. On every one of his albums, he has at least 3 or 4 tracks that you can say, yo, that shit is rocking. You know what I mean?
100%. What do y'all think about the Pusha verse that resurfaced? So for those that don't know, Pusha T was supposed to be on Port of Miami 2 on a record with Lil Wayne. Allegedly, there were sample issues per Maybach Music. Pusha's people went on record to say that no, that the record was cleared. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah, here is the verse, and they released the verse. I think for me, I think it's pretty clear that he was talking about either. Well, I can't say pretty clear. I'll say I think he was talking about either Drake or Jay Prince. That Houston bar, Mr. Houston, the one you one tweet away from shit going left. I think that's why, and I think Ross probably removed that verse because, again, he does have a relationship with Wayne. I don't think he wanted to spoil that, and he finally is working with Drake again. So I don't know that he would sacrifice a Push verse for not having Wayne or having an issue with Wayne and Drake. So what are y'all thoughts?
Protect the money, man.
Yeah, right.
Always protect the money.
Yeah.
Not
No
about
comment.
Your
Yeah.
little, not about your little punk ass feelings.
Yeah. I don't know.
Protect the bag. Ain't
Well,
that
no,
right?
I mean,
Check.
well, what he said in an interview, he just said that he didn't feel like this was the song to bring them together. He said he wants to maybe do something on like his next project where he can get Drake, Lil Wayne, all them plus somebody else, Kanye.
you knew that. You just wanted him to say that.
He was ready to say that too.
And who else again? Oh yeah, Kanye. Yeezus.
Yeah, like he didn't already know. He's like, what's the other guy's name that's coming on the album? Like,
It's like, yeah.
Well, I'm unbiased.
yeah,
So-
unbiased. Yeah, no.
Come on, man. Everybody protect the check, man. That's all.
Yeah, protect the check. But shout out to Ross. We're all fans. Amazing project as always. Like he never lets me down.
No,
He's
he's,
let me down.
he's
let me
one
down
of the
once or
greats,
twice,
man.
but- Yeah.
Where do you put
He's dope.
Ross in your top 50?
I don't know. I would have to think about it because I was thinking about like what my top 50 list would be, but I'm thinking of what my criteria is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Ross is definitely in my top 50. He's definitely in my top 50. I argue it, whatever you want. Like I said, he's one of the best beat production.
He's got to be
selection-
top 15.
He's like, I don't know top 15. I don't know top 15. I can name 15 people that have more impact and have done more for the culture. Like, there's a lot of people that people don't really think about because there's a generational gap. Like, new age
people. Are talking
people.
about KRS-One.
Yeah, like
not
I'm
being
thinking
in
KRS-One. I'm thinking about people like that really, without them, there is no hip hop.
That's true.
Redman is in that category too, by the way.
Big facts.
Shout out to Red. Red is in that category. Meth is in that category of people. Like, so that's what I'm saying. My top is a little different because I look at both generations. I would put like a this is gonna sound crazy. I would put like a Lil Uzi Vert in there. I would put him
Top
in the top.
15?
Yeah.
Hold on,
Not top 15. I'm saying top 50. I'm
15.
talking about my top 50, not top 15.
If we talking about influential,
I'm thinking about influence. I'm
you
thinking
gotta
about
Killer Cam, man.
well, Cam goes in there. Cam goes
Cam's
in there.
already in
course.
there.
Yeah, Cam goes
He
in
was already
there.
on it.
Jim goes in there. Jim goes in there. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Just because people think that he's getting hot now, I think Jim has been hot for a very, very long time, and now he's just starting to people for really to understand how dope he is.
His first album was classic.
Yo, I can make an argument the last 3 projects that he's put out have been classic albums. Most recently, the last one.
There's that classic word again. There's that
Did you hear the
classic
album?
word. Heard some of it.
You heard some of it.
Yeah, that latest one. I'll bump. What's the joint?
You're not qualified to answer the rest. Listen, what I'm. Yeah. Like,
No, hold on. That's one of them songs I like.
see, I want to make a top. I do. All right, hold on, because we run out of time. So Damian Lillard put out an album, but I didn't listen to it because I'm running on E. So I'm hoping that you guys are listen to it. Thank you.
Okay.
E. God, thank
I
God.
did.
All right, E.
I mean, it's on our
My-
things to talk about, so of course I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
You put the shades back on?
How was it?
You put the shades back on for this?
Yes, I did.
Dame Dollar.
How was the album?
It's E time.
It wasn't bad, actually. Like, especially for an NBA player who raps, like there were some actually really dope joints on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like in terms of like NBA players or just athletes who rap, he's definitely like at the top.
All right, so let's create a top. Let's create a top
At the top.
athlete rapping list. We can do just
Wait,
five.
what is the
'cause
criteria though? Rapping or
I
just
think,
like?
I think let's just because none of them really sell records outside of Shaq. So
Yeah, Shaq.
let's
Twism.
wait. Did Roy Jones sold records?
Y'all
Roy
must
Jones sold records. Y'all must have forgot.
No,
Roy
Shaq's-
Jones sold records.
Shaq's the only one that went
Look
platinum.
it up, Chris. Roy Jones sold records. Roy
Yeah.
Jones sold records.
Yeah.
I know,
must
but
have forgot.
Shaq, if I do recall, because when Damian Lillard first said that he was gonna do, he talked about doing music and stuff like that. I looked it up. It was like what 2014. He said he was gonna do that. Shaq's the only one that went platinum.
Yeah, Shaq.
Couple of times.
He's cemented.
Yeah.
He for me, Shaq is the GOAT. As corny as that may sound.
Yeah, he might be number one.
Shaq
I mean, he's a GOAT in
Shaq
all
sold
facets.
records, kid. Shaq sold records, but
Yeah, Roy Jones, he put out one album and he dropped in at number 2 on the hot rap singles chart.
fam,
Y'all must have forgot.
y'all must have forgot.
I think Damian Lillard
I
is the
purchased
best
that
bar for bar though.
I don't know. I've heard.
Bagley
Yo,
got bars.
his
For bar?
4-bar Friday was dope.
I've heard verses from KD. KD could rap. I've heard verses.
My
from
man
him.
Jules. Don't forget Jules. Yeah,
I've heard a few
It's AI.
verses. I heard a few KD verses, and KD is
AI.
actually really, really impressive.
Allen Ezel.
He's not chump. So we have Damian Lillard. We have Roy Jones.
Ezel.
We have Ezel. What about fucking AI? What was AI's album?
That's Ezel.
Jules.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, I was in a funk today, man. I'm tired. What happened?
Yeah, he released.
It got
got
shelved.
shelved.
It got shelved.
He got
Yo, that's
Oh,
my
don't
God.
listen.
Yeah.
I love
nah.
that.
Fam.
That's the Mamba.
No,
Mamba mentality.
Listen,
To
act like-
shelf that shit.
I almost went straight across. Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect. Listen,
that right up there.
listen. This episode will go south. This episode will go
Nah,
south.
Brandon.
You
Nah,
and C-Web. This love is right.
That wasn't.
Fam,
that
you
wasn't
being
it.
disrespectful.
Definitely, he realized he was a top great in certain aspects, but definitely not in rap.
E.
That shit went double wood.
I will walk over it. It's like,
that shit
y'all
went
are
double
trying
negative.
to trigger me.
That shit went
It
double
went double
wood.
negative.
Double
Fam,
negative.
hey, can y'all relax? Him and
C-Web.
I said relax. Would you
Definitely
stop?
did not dunk on that one.
All right, so y'all just.
Yo,
y'all
wasn't
gonna keep
Kobe?
going.
Wasn't he the one rapping on the
Okay,
ice
and
chair?
you're moving your shoulders
Yeah.
now as your joke continues. Okay.
He was-
No,
Yeah,
it's
but
fine.
can I tell you, like,
Okay.
I think it's great that the NBA players are pursuing their rap dreams and stuff like that. But also, like, can I just say how cliche that is?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see an NBA player like freaking want to come out and be on like one of those Top Chef cooking shows or like
Yeah.
just something different. I feel like it's such a go-to to be like, okay, I want to rap.
Let's go
It's such
straight
a
to rap.
go-to to be like, oh, I want to do fashion. Like,
Yeah.
I want to start seeing them like do
Yo.
other things, like
Yeah.
be outside. I think it's just so, I don't know, like, yeah, rappers want to be athletes want to be rappers, like that's great and all, but I also feel like that's just so played out.
It's played. It's
so
played.
played
But
out.
in the same token, though,
Put Kobe up there with Delonte West and Tony Parker.
Oh, I remember Tony Parker's. Yeah.
Yo, so I got a question
Delonte West.
for everybody.
Oh.
For everybody.
Yo, wait,
Yeah, I'ma snuff you in 2 seconds. You're
You got
just-
the question.
So this is based off of what you said. So
Yes.
if people were dabbling into other things as NBA players like Russell Westbrook for fashion, would you be down for that?
I feel like those are such the cliche things. Like there are even NBA players that are trying to get into fashion who should not be in fashion. It's just kind of like the go-to, like rap,
What
fashion.
things would you want to see? Like that's.
I want to see just expand outside. Like the fact that we're seeing people like Josh Hart that are really getting into video games when others are like looked bad on, and now everyone wants to get into video games. Like it's just like I just feel like, especially when it comes to like just honestly, just people who are black celebrities. It's like there's some cliche things that we constantly go to, and there's money and opportunities in other sectors that I feel like they should branch out to.
So that's what we talked about earlier,
I
right?
feel like Dennis Rodman did something different.
No, he didn't.
No,
But
he
Iman
didn't.
Shumpert did. Iman was nice.
Iman. Oh yeah, that's right. Iman raps. Iman raps. But I've never heard.
Iman raps. He's not bad.
I've never heard it. So
There's
I
someone
don't
else
know.
who's not bad. Who is it?
Bagley's pretty good.
Bagley's good.
Michael Beasley raps, right?
No.
No.
Lance
Who am I-
Stevenson.
Lance
rap.
Stevenson raps.
He rapped.
Tony Parker.
Lonzo
Lonzo Ball.
Ball. Lonzo Ball put a rap. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm
almost not
saying.
bad.
They all go
Wait,
and put
all
out
the
rap
balls?
music.
Word?
See?
I heard Lonzo's song, but I didn't know that the rest of them rap.
This one with Mello and
Wait, Melo's on there?
No.
No, I know. I'm saying Melo. So
Yeah.
all of them are on there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm like,
That's terrible. Yeah, it's pretty
well,
bad.
he's not on the Lakers anymore, so I don't have to care. I don't have to care anymore. I'm not worried about it. If it's on the Lakers, like I'm not doing that. I support. Listen. That's one thing I will say. I'm not biased with anything else but the Lakers and the Yankees and the Giants. Q, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm biased. So shout out to the almost. Wow, it's gonna be crazy. Oh my god! I almost said something else.
You almost went there.
Oh, man. Shout out to that family. Listen, that shit.
You already kind of said something crazy. You were like, all the balls? He was like,
Oh no, man!
man was like, all the balls?
I'm not that delirious. No. Yeah, no. Well, this is awkward. On that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Grassroots Podcast and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That was going to be really bad. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Be sure to hit the notification button to be notified for our latest to the greatest episodes. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
We cover everything.
Yeah. Are we missing anything?
Shout out to the security guard that let Jeff Epstein die.
Who won the lightsaber fight in Grassroots?
Who would win the lightsaber fight in Grassroots?
G.
Gianni.
G. That's easy.
Big facts.
Yeah, this is easy.
Gianni would definitely
This is
win.
easy. This is-
Yeah.
Johnny got he already got the Star Wars shirt
Yeah.
on. Like,
Look at that. Look at that. Fam.
annihilate
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, he would definitely
G
win.
would win. I'm throwing dirt in his
Yes.
eye, and then I'm hitting him with
I
a
don't think that's
lightsaber.
working. Do you guys follow G on
Yo,
Instagram?
G gonna put out his hands and like he's gonna make you with the force. He's gonna use the force and throw you up
G
against the
is
wall.
a Jedi. Just look at his page. He does some weird shit with his relationship. Like
Deadass.
they got a whole bunch of just Star
judge,
Wars
don't
shit
judge him.
going on. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
He has his girl calling him Obi-Wan Kenobi or some weird shit. Like I don't listen, bro. Like I support it. I'm just saying if I had anyone to win a lightsaber fight against T-Pain, I have G. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not winning that fight. So.
I can see that. Gia chop Nas. See Nas's clothes just fall to the ground with the top hat.
With
on
the top hat,
Yeah.
that shit just dropped. That shit just sink down to the ground.
Yo, I can see Nas as he's about to do the lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
He puts the hat off. He places it nicely on the table.
Yeah.
You know
Puts
it.
the shades off.
Yeah,
The
that's
shades
crazy.
stay on.
Frank goes zoom. But you would definitely have like one of those weird lightsabers, like it'll have the top, but you probably will have some weird shit. You probably have it make it look like a dick or something.
Why?
It'd be fire if like whenever we walk into
'Cause
like
you do
rooms
weird
or just
shit,
anywhere,
Nas.
like as soon as we walk in and shit, like zoom, like I want that.
Really think about it. If you fight a nigga with a lightsaber, that should have fucked your eyes up, man.
Why?
You ever look at a light for too long?
So hold on, let me just be clear.
Hence the shades.
You'd rather worry about your eyes versus being like chopped in half.
No, I'm just saying, if the fight go on long enough, both niggas gonna be blind.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys for tuning
I
in.
really
We
think about
appreciate
it.
you guys.
That shit does spark up.
And you're okay. Thank you guys
This
for
is
tuning in.
science.
We're not doing this.
This is science.
E put her mic down already. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe as always. We out. Peace.
That's it.
Later. I'm Erin.
Grassroots.